World. Welcome back to Dee's World. Welcome back to Dee's World. So I'm back at it again today. I'm going to be making some peppered steak. People have been requesting me to cook full meals, and people have been requesting me to show my face. For various reasons, I can't show my face for the minute, but who knows what will happen in the future. All right. Today I'll be making some peppered steak with some creamy garlic mash. I'm going to do some string beans, probably a little bit of corn on the cob. I don't know, I'm going to improvise as we go along. But for the time being, I'm going to show you how I deal with my steak. So, I've washed it in vinegar and it's soaking just in a little bit of water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop them up finely using my meat chopping board. So, I have different chopping boards for different things in my house. This one is for the meat chopping board. That's why it looks a bit, but don't worry about that, right? This is a thicker one. The thinner ones that I use are often for vegetables, and I have a really tiny one that I use for fruits. Okay? So, when I get to chopping up the peppered steak, I'll come back to use. Alright guys, so I've already sliced. You can slice them however you want to slice them, right? But I'm just going to show you the way I do it. Okay, so I've cut these two chunky pieces in two, and you want to slice them very thin. So make sure you have a fairly sharp knife, right? And get them probably about this thick, right? Okay. Take your time, because you don't want them too thick either, right? See there? There we go. Take your time. So I'm just going to continue doing this, and when it's all chopped, I'll come back to you guys. So my meat is washed and ready to go, so I'm going to start with the seasoning. I know a lot of people say that you guys shouldn't wash your meat with vinegar and lime and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about you, but where I'm from and where I grew up, you need to wash your meat, okay? So use the vinegar, use the lime juice, whatever you can, wash your meat. Make sure your meat is not raw, okay? Because they say not to wash your meat. Sometimes you go eat and you can smell, so the chicken don't wash good, okay? Alright guys, so here we go. To be honest with you, I think I'm going to need more. But, as I said, it's to taste. So, I will see. Oh, you guys can't see me. Good. Right? So you want to get your hands in. Make sure your hands are clean. You know that's a must. Make sure your hands are clean. And because these are so thin, they like to kind of, how can you say it now? Clog up a little bit, so just kind of separate them. Make sure, for me definitely this needs more seasoning, so I'm gonna grab my more seasoning and put a little bit more in there, but you get the gist, right? You put in what your family likes. Some people would like it seasoned like this with a little bit of seasoning, but you don't want it salty, but you want it nice and seasoned. All right, so I've added a little bit more seasoning to my steak. As I said, season it however you like, and I'm going to also add some brown into it. This gives it a little bit of colour. I don't think it's really rich in flavour, but it gives it a bit of colour. What I find as well though is many people add soy sauce to their thing. I don't have any soy sauce in my house, so I stick to the browning. And I'm going to add my fresh produce over here too. I'm not going to bother video that. I'm not going to say that, you know, you should know how to add that. Alright people, here we are now. This is everything nice and seasoned. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to put it in the fridge and allow it to marinate for a little while, and then I'm going to come back and cook. So once it's out of the fridge, you guys see. So onto the mash, the garlic mashed potato that is. I'm going to use some peeled white potatoes. I'm going to wash them, and then I'm going to put them to boil. So I put a pot on the fire and then hot the water. I like the water to be boiling before I put in the potatoes. I know some people just put it all in and wait for it to boil, but I don't know. Maybe it's just personal preference or the way I grew up seeing my mum do it. So that's what we're going to do. So it's been about 3 hours. I popped out to the shop to buy the rest of my stuff, what I wanted to use to cook. So like I bought asparagus, I bought potatoes for my mash, I bought carrots, string beans, all that good stuff. feel for a little healthy dinner today. Alright, so what I've done is I've put some oil in the pot to heat up. I'm going to show it to you. When I'm cooking my steak now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the peppers from it, and I'm going to fry it up with the onions, garlic, the thyme, scallion, all that kind of stuff, and then I put the peppers in after, because you know the peppers are quick to cook. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my asparagus. There's some carrots and there's some string beans in there. You won't let that boil for too long, because you know when asparagus is too mushy, I don't like the taste, right? And then in here I have my white potatoes. They soon start boil up again. I just put a little bit more water in that, and I've got my corn on the cob ready, and there is my oil for my steak, and my steak is here. What I do now, as I said, is I'm going to put the steak in with everything else, right? So the steak, the onion, stuff like that. You have to move pretty quick, right? Put everything in except for the peppers, basically. Right, you want to put everything in except for the peppers. I have to start using my hands, because this tongue thing, I'm just trying to use it for show. And honestly, I don't normally use it, and it's really slowing down my flex. So let me do what I'm used to. And stop show off for the people them. Alright, so trust me, this is gonna come out lovely. Lord, like piece of the steak drop down the side. That's fine. Alright, see there, we just, and steak, you don't have to cook for so long. Some people like their steak when it's medium rare. I mean, some people like it medium well. I prefer it medium well, but when I'm at home I cook it well done. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm at home I make sure my steak's well done. But if I were to go out, I'd have it medium well. But my mum, I think, my parents like it medium well as well. But you know, just for the sake of cooking, I don't want to go cook the meat and it's raw. So see there, that's all in there now. I'm going to put the rest of it in there, and then I'll come back to you guys. By taking out the steak, I've managed to take out most of the peppers. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just put the rest of it in there all at once, right, with the onion, garlic and all that good stuff. I love to cook with white onion and red onion. I love the taste of red onion. I think it gives it like an extra little kick in the meat. Yeah, so look, this is what I'm putting in. The rest of that I'll just literally dump it in here. What's a piece of pepper there? I might even add some more peppers. I'll see how it goes once I've lovely. So I'll keep that. And then now, this, I'm not really supposed to be using the tongs, but here we go. Alright, and you let that go on. It smells so nice, honestly. People check into my kitchen. My steak's here, readying up. My corn is there, bubbling up. And my potatoes is here too, right? For me to ready to mash. As you can see, I've turned up my fire. So what I'll do is I'm going to add a little tiny bit of hot water in there, and I'm going to cover it with this to steam. So you need a pot that you can use to steam, so it can kind of slow cook, right? So I'm going to add about this much water. And then just cover it to steam a little bit. And then I'll come back when I'm putting in the peppers. So now my steak is done. It's definitely quite nice and tender. I would advise you to just taste your steak to your, as I said, to your liking. If you want it a little bit less cooked, but either way, it's good for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the peppers. I did add a little bit more peppers than what I originally had. So I'm going to add these now, and then stir these together. Literally, you want to get it all in there. Stir, 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 and then put the lid back over there for it to kind of, you know, saute together, and then you're done. Right, so you see that? Cool. So I've taken my potato off. I've left the 2 garlics in there. I'm going to crush one of them out. The other one I'll throw in the bin because you don't necessarily want it very, very garlicky. I cut up a little bit of spring onion. I'm going to put in there. I've got some butter, I've got some black pepper, and I've got some dried parsley and a little bit of milk in what I'll put in my in my mashed potato. Right, so I mean, everyone should really know how, but for those in the back who don't, I'll show y'all. So what I'll do is I'll take out a few of the potatoes. Again, nice clean hands, people. Take out a few of them. I like to mash my potatoes a few at a time because I don't like lumpy mashed potato. I like my mashed potato mashed all the way out. That's more than enough. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of my scallion in there. You don't have to put scallion in there, you know, but I love flavors. I love flavors. I take out a clean knife and you need quite a bit of butter because I love it buttery and just, you know, the butter should melt really nice on there because the potato is hot. I hope you can see very well. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll begin to just mash. It's easier if you have something like this. Some people like to use a fork. Me personally, I prefer something like this. Can you see? And then you just mash. A bit of a loud one, isn't it? But either way, you mash. And then as I add more, I like to add a little bit of milk in mine as well. Pete, I know some people add like heavy cream, whipped cream and stuff like that. That's not really my forte. It might taste nice, but I'll just stick to this way for now. Until this way fails me, I'll try another. So literally you just keep repeating that step. You add more. I mean, it's not mashed well yet, but trust me, you practice this part and then it will be good. I can't find the garlic. I don't want to mash the two of the garlic them in there, but if I did, so be it. See, so one of the garlic here, I've taken that out and I'm going to mash the other one in there. In there, I want to show you literally how small I'm cutting it up. You just want, because you want that to be able to mash out very well. You don't want large chunks of garlic in your food, yeah? So you literally just, because you've already boiled it anyways, so the skin that's usually on there is gone off, literally just like that, and then you mash that out in your food. Alright, so my steak is done. I want to show you how it looks, because you don't want the peppers cooking out too much. You want them to be just right. Look at that goodness. And you still want enough gravy. So I've turned that fire off now, and that is done. You can still leave that to steam, look a piece if you want, as in put the lid back on there, but for now that is finito. That's the finished product of my peppered steak. Look how good that looks. Done. It look good, smell good, everything. Okay, so what I've got is some garlic, creamy mashed potatoes. I've got my lovely peppered steak. I've got some corn on the cob, and I've got some asparagus, green bean, and I've got some carrots. Once I come and share it, then I'll come back to you guys. Steak, corn on the cob, creamy garlic mash, asparagus, spring beans, and my carrot. It's my finishing product.